right, let's do a brief introduction to a web-based application called Mendeley. And if you are thinking about going on to professional school in any way, whether it's grad school, veterinary school, or going into a field that you're going to be expected to manage some literature and be able to keep current within the published literature, then you need to really consider Mendeley. It's free, and it is the best reference manager that I have come across, especially for the price. And so on Mendeley, you would create an account, and you are able to manage your own library of references. So for example, I'm logged into my account, and I'll share with you articles that I have found over time, and I have tons of them. Lots of different things for different research projects that I've been working with. And what's nice about Mendeley is you can sort into collections. So for example, I've been looking at antimicrobial resistance in the sheep industry. Here are some things that I have. I have some stuff on pedagogy and teaching, forage intake and feed intake, and essential oils and their use in ruminant livestock production. So lots of different things that I have, I can organize. You can also create a group. And this is what I really like, is the fact that I've created a group for this class. I've started with a couple different articles in there, but now we can share different literature among all of us, so we all have access. The thing is, all of us have to participate, so I will be requiring participation. Each student's going to have to find 1 or 2 articles to post in here, and then probably share something about what they posted and their take-home message from it. The other thing is that when you become a member of Mendeley, let me get back to the home, all references, you can actually install the desktop application. Go back to. And what that does is this desktop application to get the reference manager, you can have it on your mobile phone. You could have it on your tablet. But the most important part is to install it so that you get this little icon, which is the Mendeley Web Importer, right here next to my search bar for my browser. I'm using Chrome right now, but this is probably the best invention for research I have ever seen. So for example, if we're going to go into Google Scholar, which is how I start with a lot of my literature reviews, and one of the things we're going to be looking up is methyl donors and what that impact in livestock production. So for, say, ruminants, And so because certain feeds can contribute to being a methyl donor or a methyl receiver, and what might that impact? So if I type search, all right, so here we go. We've got some methyl donors in periparturient Holstein cows. Okay, so that's one. Amino acid metabolism in ruminants. Let's maybe take a look at this one here. In fact, it might be one I have in our thing already. But what they're doing is talking about, it has the full PDF, especially if you're logged into the library. And so we now know, like, methyl donors probably are going to have something to do with amino acid and absorption, or, helping amino acids in the body in some way. Helping or hindering, and we want to work around that. So this may be a good review article for us to have. This is the beauty of Mendeley. Say I wanted to add this to our group, I click the little button. It pulls up the web importer on the side. So one thing that Mendeley will also do is allow you to, it brings up similar articles that may be of use. And it brought up 6 articles that are dealing with the certain types of amino acids in dairy cows and amino acid profiles and some of that. So if I wanted to, I could check these as to which ones I might want to take a look at. So for example, I may take out this one and this one. Maybe I don't need this one. But I'd like to have the review and some of this. So if I click next, and then I can just click this download 3 PDFs. And it's downloading them to my computer. So, finally, there we go. So now here, it's got 16 other references. And so you can kind of browse through these and be like, I want that one. That one, even though it may not have a PDF, at least I know how to find it. No, not necessarily that one. Nope. Ooh, that one might be useful. All right, so as we're browsing, I don't think nutrition and feeding of the ostrich, it may be helpful to us. But now, as we're browsing through here, okay, so I've got a few more to add. And it looks for a PDF, and if it can find it, it will actually download the PDF as well. So I want to select all of these, and I'm going to add them to our group. There's our Fall 20 ANSC330, and I'm going to click Add. And so it automatically downloads all of these, and will automatically bring in the PDF as well. So now not only do we have the reference in a format we can use in our writing, but now we also have the PDF files. So for example, if I go back to our library and view the library, and come down to our group, now you'll notice instead of 2 articles, there's now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And here's where you can view the PDF. You can click on, okay, I notice I have I wound up with 2 of these, so I can delete one of them. See if I remember how to delete it. I might have to figure that out. Then there's even a notebook that you can, in the personal library, you can take notes about things and stuff like that. But yeah, there's just lots of things. You can annotate, like if you're reading a reference. Say I pull this one up. Oh, I actually have to have one, I believe, that has a PDF. So, for example, if we're reading this article, we can annotate, I can highlight. So I can come in and be like, nope. Highlight a certain section and share the highlight. So we can read and write and take notes in here to help each other out. We can add a comment. Like, okay, this is a key concept. It's really a great way to manage your literature for a lot of different reasons. So I will just want to get us started on this. And so for this week, you're going to be tasked with finding at least one article. And then you're going to be tasked with going in and putting an annotation and making a comment on an article within our shared. And so when you bring in an article, basically what I'm wanting you to do is put in the article with the PDF and then make a comment. Like I could say, I brought in this article. This article found by whoever's name. That way I know who's bringing in what articles. Okay? Watch for duplication. Let's try to keep duplication out of our group. But that's going to be your task, is to find an article related to one of the topics that are listed. If you look in our lab module, Literature Review and Initial Data Analysis, under Curriculum Resources, I have a list of topics to start us on some of the key concepts behind the 2 products that we're looking at. Okay? So that's what we're going to be looking for. And so we're going to start building that literature database. Get an Mendeley account, start looking around in there. It is going to be a useful tool for anyone going to graduate school of some kind or veterinary school. You're going to have to be able to manage literature, and this way your literature database is able to go with you. All right.